I'm going to tell you the truth that a lot of people aren't going to tell you. Your life is flickering before your eyes. And I mean quite literally flickering before your eyes. You said that you were going to get into 2024 and make a shit ton of money. You said that you're going to do all of these things, but yet you haven't done it. Yet you haven't been successful. Yet you've tried things maybe, but it hasn't worked. Your life is literally flickering before your eyes going into 2025. Completely understand why our world is going to shit. Things are becoming more expensive. There is a need and a desire to make more and more and more every single fucking day. But yet you haven't achieved it. On this video, I'm going to be explaining to you why you've not been successful and how you can actually be successful and how you're going to make a shit ton of money using this thing right in front of you. This phone this year has made me well over $1 million, well over $1 million, right? I've made $20,000 a day. I've made $30,000 a day on this phone right here. And here's your first lesson of the day. It's not the gadget, the phone, the laptop, the computer that you're using, the hardware that you're using, how quick your internet is. It's the person actually using it. And I'm going to keep this video so honest. You aren't valuable enough. You aren't worth anything. Of course, you're not able to start a business. Of course, nobody wants to buy your stuff. You're not valuable, right? People only make that transaction between money to product or money to XYZ if they think it is valuable. And nobody thinks that you're valuable or the thing that you're actually selling is valuable enough for people to give their hard-earned money to. I know that might have broken your heart a little bit, okay, because you think that you're special. You've been told since you were a little kid that you're so special, that you're so different, that no one's like you, which is true to an extent. But look where you are. I want you to really look where you are. You're in a dark room, not knowing what to do, not knowing where to go, not knowing what to say, not knowing who to trust, not knowing what business model, what niche, what industry to go into, what offer to create. If I should create a social media, should I start a personal brand? Should I buy followers, right? You don't know. And that's okay, because I'm going to be telling you exactly how you're going to be making money before 2025, how you're going to make a lot of money in 2025, and how you can actually become the type of person that can make that money. See, the problem is that a lot of you guys are listening to these people that are saying start a dropshipping store, do Etsy, do Amazon FBA, do all of these things, right? But what you just don't quite understand is that you don't have the skills necessary to get into that model and be successful. This is why you see people being really successful in, let's say, dropshipping, but then when you do it, you don't know how to build the fucking website, you don't know how to start the ads, you don't know how to do this, you don't know how to do product, you don't know how to do fulfillment, you don't know how to make labels, you don't know how to do any of it because it hasn't been taught to you, right? You're just told, do Amazon FBA, bang, now go make 10 grand. The truth is, that's just the wall. And there's layers and layers behind that of things that you need to know. Now, what are those layers actually called? It's called the skill. You see, a lot of people fail at actually building these companies and these businesses. We're being logistically correct. Over 65% of businesses in Australia alone are failing because the people that are building them either don't want to be building these businesses or they don't have the skill necessary to do it. Right? Which means that yes, you might want to get into this multi-million-dollar industry, but yet you aren't the type of person that actually can. Right? And this is why you start every single year the exact same way. Right now, you're probably doing something that you've done every single year. As the year starts to come to a close and you haven't achieved anything, or maybe in the new year, right, the start of the new year, you're looking, okay, how can I make money online? Right? And then you find something that's interesting and then you go balls to the walls to try and get into it, whether that be Amazon, Airbnb, whatever that may be. Now, the problem is, and why you're failing every time you do that, is because you're not giving yourself enough time, right? You're saying, okay, I'm going to do this time. And then you get into it and then you don't see success and it's too hard and it's a lot harder than what you thought, a lot harder than what everyone was saying. And then you quit because you weren't able to give yourself enough time to develop the skill, become the person that can make the money in that industry. You see, I'm going to give you something that allowed me to make a lot of money, yes, but to be honest with you, what I'm about to tell you can work for any industry that you get into, right? So if you're really passionate about getting into e-commerce, you can do that, right? But the truth is that you're not the type of person that actually can get into that yet, right? Because let's say e-commerce is this wall, right? E-commerce just right there. What's behind that? What is the routine that you need? What is the mindset that you need? What is the money, maybe the capital that you need? What are the skills that you need, right? What is it that you need to be successful in this one thing, right? Because you see all these influencers all the time, always giving you that big word, Airbnb, arbitrage, Amazon, do this, do affiliate marketing, digital marketing, right? They're giving you this label, but what they're not showing you is that there's actually depth to that. What is it that you need to become successful in this? Which is, again, this is why you've been failing. First thing that you need to understand before I tell you exactly how I made a lot of money was the fact of you need to become the type of person that can first, right? So what this means is you need to become the type of person that can make the money, that can do that industry, that can get into that niche, right? Now, this is mindset, this is routine, this is habits, this is capital, this is everything. Right? When I was dead broke, okay, years ago, when I was absolutely dead broke, working multiple jobs, wondering why nothing is working, right? Because again, I'm just like you. I was trying to get into things all the time, but it didn't work. And it didn't work, not because of the industry. No, fuck no. There's millionaires in that industry because of me, right? You're failing to realize it's you. It's you. It's not them. It's not the model. It's not the industry. It's not saturated. It is you. Right? So what did I do? I changed my habits. I stopped eating shit food all the time. I stopped constantly going out with friends and spending money, and I saved that capital to then invest in myself. Because again, the one thing that you're always going to have, no matter what, is yourself. So invest in yourself. I fixed my routine. Okay, I started to wake up at 4 a.m. every single morning. I started to go to bed at 8 p.m. Yes, you might be thinking, oh, that's so boring. I play video games around that time. So did I, until I wanted to actually change my life. Right? Because it's one thing to say, I want to change my life, and it's another thing to actually change your life. I need you to understand, I was exactly like you. I was doing things that people wanted me to do. I was saying yes to things that I know that I shouldn't have. I was spending money on things just to be cool, right? I was a complete degenerate doing the most stupid sort of fucking shit. But everything changed when I changed myself. Now I've been able to teach over 4,000 people. I've been able to build companies, guys, businesses, 7-figure businesses at that, right? I've been able to create this reputation for myself to where some of the biggest guys on the internet follow me. You know how fucking sick that is? I come from nothing, right? I come from nothing, right? I'm sitting here and telling you that you can do it. You can. Stop relying on motivation. Become the type of person that can. Throw out all the bad friends because they're gonna end up leaving you anyway. Right? Start being more transactional. Realize that every friendship, every relationship that you might have with your family or your friends is transactional. If you are not gaining anything from someone else anymore, but they're gaining something from you, you need to leave that relationship. Okay, I am not in a relationship today, whether it be friends, family, partner, whatever, if I do not have something to gain. And I'm not joking, I've literally cut off friends, family, and other people just because I have nothing to gain from them, right? But they've got everything to gain from me. Now, the second thing, I want you to know, if you don't do the first thing, which is becoming the type of person, getting rid of those friends that aren't there for you, you know, cutting out the alcohol, stop doing all the drugs, stop spending all your money, then you won't be successful at anything, right? That's exactly why you haven't been successful already. It's not the industry, it's you. But now I'm going to be telling you the exact industry and niche that allowed me to make a lot of money. And guess what? It wasn't a business. I didn't build a business to make a lot of money when I first started, right? And I want you guys to know, when I say build a business, I'm not just talking like build a massive corporation. I'm talking, I didn't start a course. I didn't do a drop shipping. I didn't do an Etsy. I didn't do like an Airbnb business. I didn't do like an Amazon FBA because that's still a business. I didn't. I learned a skill. Now I want you to realize I spent over 1,090 days trying to make money online. That is over 3 years. I tried to make money and I was not successful. Half of that was because of me, and the second half was because I was trying to get into these businesses to where I had no value and no skill to begin with, so I just wasn't able to be successful. So I changed my mindset from, okay, instead of building this entity, I want to build myself, right? Because you see all these millionaires. I really want you to think, how are all of these people billionaires? How do these people have such crazy networks? You go on social media and you see all these influencers together. How? Because they are each individually valuable in their own way. Because they all individually have different skills. Whether a skill might be copywriting. And when you learn that skill of copywriting, you can make it transactional and you can start selling it as a business. or sales, which is what I got into, where you learn how to communicate, you learn how to talk, you learn how to persuade and influence, right? And then you can start to sell things in any niche, any industry, any business. And again, you become valuable, right? And the list goes on and on and on. People don't need you or want you because of the business that you have, but because of the skill that you have, because then they can use that skill for their own business, and then they make a lot of money, and then you make a lot of money. So the golden nugget of 2025 is becoming valuable and becoming needed. Okay, you need to focus on, okay, not how can I make money, but how can I make money for other people? That's how you make money. You build yourself into the type of person that is so valuable that people are going to pay you millions of dollars. That's why when you hear people say, my time is worth $5,000 an hour, $100 an hour. Why? Because of them. Not because of the businesses that they have, because of them, right? So this is the year that you build yourself up and you invest in yourself and you learn and you develop a skill. For me, it was sales. I've got countless videos on this YouTube channel of me talking about sales, whether it be $100 million worth of sales advice, whether that be appointment setting that made me my first $10,000, whether it be sales closing that made me my first $20,000. Right? I learned the skill of sales. So I read books. I invested over $10,000 in myself to learn. I just invested into myself. I then got that skill. And guess what? I got into something which was called appointment setting, which is just sending messages for someone else. Right? I reached out to an executive coach on Instagram. I got a job with him because again, I had a skill that he didn't. Right? He was good at helping people become executives. I was good at sales. So I helped him. What did I do? I made him money, so I made $10,000. And what did I do? I made him more and more and more money, right? Through sending DMs. I made $10,000 very, very quickly when I actually developed the skill, and because I actually had something valuable, I was able to then help other people, right? And then I got into closing, which because again, I was good at sales, I was taking sales calls, right? Again, remote from anywhere in the fucking world, right? Again, I've made videos on it. I made $20,000 a month. That's 20 G's. And then again, because I had this skill and it was continuously getting better and improving and developing, I took this skill where I was helping other people and I made my own companies. Because now I've got the skill, I've got the testimonials and the results. Right? Then I made my first $100,000, $200,000, $500,000, seven-figure company, move that out the way, build another seven-figure company, move that out the way, build another seven-figure company, help more and more and more people. Now it's to the point where my skill is transactional, not just for money, but I can actually give my skill to other people. Because that's the best thing. You can create a business once and sell it once, right? But once you've got the skill of, for example, sales, you got the skill, you learn it, you get good at it, you make people money, you get the results, the testimonials, you become really fucking good, and then you can start to give that skill to other people. And now you're making money through giving that skill, right? So now it's to the point where people come to me saying, yep, Nathaniel, I've got 10 grand, can you help me with the skill? Yep, here's the skill, here's the skill, here's the skill, teach them everything I know about the skill that made me millions of dollars. Bang, now they've got the skill that can make them millions of dollars. So you aren't in the business to build a business, you're in the business to help other people make money, right? That's what I want you to understand going into 2025, right? So after this, I want you to fix your habits, your routine, everything that you're doing, and then I want you to develop a skill. Sales, I'm always going to recommend. It's literally making people millions of dollars from their bedrooms. It's the only thing that you can do and make so much money from to where you're just talking to people. If you don't want to, fine, do some other bullshit. Right? But now you know exactly how people are making money. That's exactly how you're going to become a millionaire. And when you are a millionaire, I want you to come back to this video and let me know.